Welcome back to A Daughter's Love podcast. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Amy.
And so we took kind of a hiatus in December. We didn't mean to, but our bodies made us. And so we went back and
Yes,
forth.
they weren't cooperating.
No. And so we're back again for the new year. And but like we had always said, we will do this. Our goal is once a month to have an episode out, and sometimes that doesn't work.
hmm
So
Like we said, we're not on a timeline, but we're doing our best.
that's right. That's right. We both have chronic illnesses and we both are dealing with grief. It's been almost 2 years for both of us losing our
Uh,
moms. But grief doesn't ever end. It's just life goes around it. So,
that's true.
speaking of that, how have you been doing lately?
Well, I've been struggling, to be honest, lately. I've been struggling a little bit. Christmas was hard. Um, but we made it through. Um, just been feeling kind of down lately, and I've been having these thoughts of it's just this repeated thought of, I want her back.
Mm-hmm.
I want her back. And I almost get mad about it at times. And it really is an emotional roller coaster.
Absolutely.
Some days I'm fine and I can smile and laugh and tell a story about her and things are great. And then other days, just something will hit me and I'm crying,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a dream. And I know you and I talk about our dreams quite a
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, whether it's a dream or, a smell, a sound, a
Mm-hmm.
song, it's never ending and it's never going to end.
Yeah.
I think it'll always be that way. But yeah, I've been having a hard time lately with just that feeling of, I just want her back. I
Sure.
just want her here.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her so much. And yeah, so I've been struggling lately.
How are you doing on allowing your feelings, like when you're angry?
Um, I guess I'm doing okay with it. I think I could do better, but yeah, I I'm pretty bad about letting it affect my whole mood,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mean to,
Oh, sure.
but our feelings are our feelings, and we just can't help that sometimes.
Yeah. And I think,
So,
we had talked before about allowing and how important that is because I know I've experienced like when I don't allow my feelings, it makes it worse. Like they bubble up more. And if I will just
right.
allow that feeling, then usually I can pass through it easier. Not that it's still not hard,
Mm-hmm.
of course, but
Yeah.
um, and so I always have to kind of pause and remind myself and go, okay, allow this, like quit fighting it, quit, just
Yeah.
let yourself feel
I'm the
that.
same way.
Hmm. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard. I think
I'm the same
I
way.
think you and I both kind of started allowing feelings late in life.
This is very true. This is very true. It's definitely been a learning curve
Hmm.
for me because when we've talked in the past about how I'm really bad at stuffing it down
Hmm.
and filing it away and saying I'm going to deal with that later. And so I have gotten a little better with that, of
Yeah.
sitting with those emotions
Good.
and knowing, okay, I don't need to let this affect my whole day. Doesn't always work out that
Sure.
way, but yeah, I have been allowing myself to feel those things and just sit with that and just try to talk to her out loud
Hmm.
and say, I miss you, Mom.
Yeah.
I want you back.
Hmm.
So
I'm glad.
pretty emotional.
Sure. I know it's been a little bit harder for me lately too, and I ended up
Yeah.
taking the other day just Mike wasn't with me because of all the snow and everything, and so I just took the day for me and I just sat with my
Hmm.
feelings all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just do
Hmm.
that.
And I think it helped though, because I've been feeling better since doing that. Like I've been a lot angrier lately. A lot of different things, not just mom, but I think,
Hmm.
uh, a lot of times when we get upset about something, whether it makes us sad or angry, we can usually trace it back to childhood or like our grief or something, and it's hitting a nerve. And
Right.
uh, so when I've been feeling angry lately, I'm like, okay, does is this influenced any by mom and losing mom?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I think it's sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't, but taking that time for me to sit there and kind of backtrack, why am I feeling like this? Like, why is it more than just a few minutes of whatever emotion? And then
Right.
it's been like that a lot lately, and I don't think I've really gotten a chance to really sit with it and process it until the other day. And I was just like, that's all I'm going to do today. I'm just going to allow everything, and I'm not going to make myself do anything else than
Hmm.
allow.
Yeah. Well, I think that's good that, you told yourself, okay, today this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to allow myself to feel these feelings. I'm going to sit with it, you know. So I think that's good.
I think,
Do you find that a lot of times you can trace it back to grief? The feelings like
yeah.
the anger and stuff, do you find that you can trace it back to I'm just missing mom?
So usually for me, like, so if I'm staying angry, it usually goes back to like a childhood trauma, like my inner child
Hmm.
hurt. But if I stay
Yeah.
sad for a long time, it's usually connected to mom. But like
Hmm.
lately, my thought process has been, so my mom had a lot of anger issues, especially when I was a kid. She worked through
Hmm.
a lot of that as I got older and she got older. And not that she ever completely quelled her anger. I mean, she had a lot to be angry
Hmm.
about. Um, but
Sure.
but she coped with it better um,
Hmm.
later in my adulthood. And so I know because of my childhood trauma, I have like this child wound of injustice, and that relates to my medical stuff. And so
Right.
when I get
Yeah.
angry, it's usually like it's a justified anger. Like it's about something that
Hmm.
I think shouldn't have happened. It's like a harm
Hmm.
to other people, and like taking care of other people. And so what I kind of been processing lately, because it's not just about mom that I've been angry about lately. It's been things in my personal life, but
Hmm.
I couldn't help but think back and be like, mom had so much anger um, that she was trying to process with her own medical trauma and then my medical trauma and all these different things um and I think hers the root of hers was also about injustice. And so
Hmm.
I think that my anger lately has been influenced by mom's anger because it's um like like relating to her anger and it making me think about anger in general. That makes
Hmm.
sense. Like,
Hmm.
so I think it lately has been in a way. Um, and I know I've had a lot of anger, not necessarily lately, but since mom's passing because of being her protector. And
Yeah.
and that's what a lot of my anger kind of root issue is that I wasn't protected by the medical system as a child. And so I think other people
Hmm.
should be protected, and I try to be a protector for
Absolutely.
people that I can. And so when people hurt my people, I get angry.
And you're a very good advocate
Oh,
for people with medical issues. I
thank you.
mean, just all the work that you do. I mean, you can definitely tell that it's personal to you.
Thank you. Sometimes I probably
Yeah.
should separate that a little bit more, but it's so hard because it's like
Well,
this is why I do anything, right? Is to try to help other
hmm,
people not go through the same
yeah,
injustices.
right.
um,
I mean, I think that's good, though, that
Thank
you're
you.
looking out for other people because you don't want the same things to happen to them that you've been through.
Exactly. And
Hmm.
so long answer, short, whatever that phrase is. Um, yeah, I think mom has been influencing my anger lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, and it's kind of like I took that day also, and I didn't plan on it. But I ended up watching a little bit of some home videos that my mom had taken and that my dad put. He transferred them from VHS for me, and so that helped me feel better too because I could hear mom's voice and see her like
Yeah.
moving around and everything, and it's not just relying on my memories of those things. And
Hmm.
so that's how I
Hmm.
ended that day, was watching some videos
Yeah.
and crying.
Hey, sometimes you just got to get it out.
Yeah,
You really do.
absolutely. And it's sometimes it's like, I'll think like I was thinking, like even that day I was like, I think if I would cry, I'd probably feel better, but I wasn't being moved to tears at the time, like, and I
Hmm.
wasn't like stopping myself from crying, but it was just kind of like,
Hmm.
okay, I need some type of emotional release here.
Yeah,
Because I think I'd been
I
doing
understand that.
I think I kind of had been doing
Hmm.
like so many other things had been going on that I wasn't, it was kind of like a stuffing down it because I wasn't getting the chance to really just focus on it. And
Yes.
with the weather, it worked out to let me do that.
Yeah, I find a lot of times, because I commute so much,
Mm-mm.
that a lot of times in the car, that's when I do a lot of my thinking and, my reminiscing and I'll play some of her music,
Oh,
that she used to like, and it just makes me feel closer to her. And
yeah.
sometimes I'll just look over in the passenger seat and I feel like she's right there
Mm-hmm.
with me. But yeah, that's a lot of times I get pretty emotional in the car when I'm
Yeah.
by myself.
And sometimes that
Yeah.
takes some pressure off too because you're by yourself and
Mhm.
you don't have to
Mhm.
worry about
You don't
filtering.
have to explain to
Yes.
other people like what's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I love that you
Mhm.
get to like listen to the different music that she liked and stuff. And that
Mhm.
sounds like a really great ritual that you have on work days.
Yeah, that definitely makes me feel closer to her is the music. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I love, you make me think of like sometimes I'll be in the car and I'll just put my hand over in the passenger side and like hold her hand like how I would when I was driving. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, just little things.
Yeah. Do you speak out loud every so often to her like she's
I
there?
do.
I do
I
too.
don't like, I don't, like when I do, I think it's mainly like I'm telling her that I miss her and that I love her, and
Me
sometimes
too.
that I'm sorry for the times when I was a brat as a kid.
Yeah,
Um, but not like full on conversations. Although I mean I have done that,
right.
but not so much more. What about you?
I don't I'm kind of the same
Yeah.
way. Not full on conversations, but yeah, just going down the road, playing the songs and I'll just say out loud, I miss you, Mom.
Hmm.
Like I know you're right there. I just can't see you, but I know you're there and I miss you and I love you. Just little things like that. I don't have a full on conversation, but I just feel her presence sometimes. I think I'm feeling it more
Good.
lately. And, I know we've talked about that in the past. And I kind of attribute that to me just allowing myself to
I
feel
think so.
those feelings. Where before I was just trying to fill every second of the day with something to do so I wouldn't think about it.
Yeah.
And so I've kind of, I've shifted into that. It's okay. It's okay to talk about her, to think about her, to allow myself to feel those feelings.
I. I.
And on another
Mhm.
tangent, there's been a few people around my age lately that have lost a
Yeah.
parent. And I think that too, I feel so deeply, now that I've lost my mom, I just know what it feels like.
Mhm.
And, you know, sometimes I just say, I hate this season of my life.
Right.
Um, I just hate this season. I mean, there's good and there's
Sure.
bad. The good part, I have my grandson.
Mhm.
I love being a grandma.
Yeah.
I don't get to see him as much as I want to, but I like that part. It's
Mhm.
kind of like being the sandwich.
Yeah.
I have a grandbaby now, but yet, just the people my age, we're losing our parents,
Mhm.
and it's just hard. And I think I'm a lot more empathetic to those feelings because I just know how it feels, and I know that how weird it feels to say, my mom passed away, or
Mhm.
well, one little thing, like my dad, he got rid of his house phone.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking through my phone, and I just can't delete. I can't delete the
Yeah.
mom and dad contact. I
Mhm.
can't delete it. I can't.
No,
I
I
won't.
get that. I
And
wouldn't either.
yeah,
I would not delete it either.
it's a picture of my mom and dad
Mhm.
and their little dog Cricket, my mom's little lap dog that she had.
Mhm.
And like I just won't get rid of
Yeah.
that. Those things I cling on to.
Sure.
Um, so yeah, it just feels strange.
Mhm.
Knowing people my age that we're losing our parents, and it's just this season of life, and it sucks.
It
And I'm
does.
having a hard time with it. I don't like it. I don't want anyone else to feel this pain, but I know it's part of life, and we're all going to go through it.
Mhm.
But I mean, I didn't go to a couple of services that I probably should have went to recently, because I feel things so much deeper now.
Yeah.
I just feel so much now that I've lost my mom. And I feel like when I see those people hurting, I just fall apart for them.
Mhm.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
that's
I've been going through those
yeah.
feelings lately of loss and this season of life, and it's wintertime and it's cold. I'm sure it's a lot of seasonal depression too. I need to be outside in the sun.
Mhm. There's a lot of
So there's
things.
lots of different
Yeah, like they're
lot of
piling
factors.
on. A lot of piling on for
Yeah.
you lately.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
understandable. That makes sense. I think you were in survival mode, when when you were stuffing and just trying to make it through the day. I mean, I think you were in survival mode, which
Definitely.
is an understandable
Definitely.
thing, absolutely. Um, I'm
Hmm.
glad though that you're not so much in that, so you can live
Yeah.
again, because it's hard to live in survival.
Right. It is. It really is.
And I,
It's hard to be in that mode.
unlike the season of life, like, so my mom had me later in her life. She always told me she was 35, but evidently she was 34. And not
Hmm.
that that's necessarily so much later now. A lot of women
Yeah.
have kids now in their 30s. Um, but
Hmm.
back then, that was kind of later to be having kids. And so,
Right.
um, the people my age, most of their parents are much older. Um, well, like, okay, because I think about sometimes, and I try not to, because I don't like jealousy and I don't like envy. Um, I think they can
Hmm.
be very dangerous feelings that a lot of people can fall into. And so, but it sometimes it hurts because I'm like, the people my age, their parents are, like their parents are younger than what my mom was, my dad is. And so
Hmm.
they get more time with them, a lot of
Hmm.
them. And so it's like kind of, that generation before me, they're the ones that, like, our parents are the same age. And I'm like, but I didn't get as much time as the last
Yeah.
generation did or is getting with their their parents.
Mhm.
And
Right.
and so it's sometimes I that bothers me. It like hearing about other people's in a way, like it'll like I hurt for them, but then it also makes me think about like they'll tell me like their age and their parents' age, and I'm like, oh wow, you got an extra 10 years together, or
Yeah.
and I know like it's and I don't think that would be so much present on my mind at times if my mom had me when she was younger. Um,
Mhm.
but kind of that season of life, like it's not so much my generation, I guess, but like I have a lot of friends or people I know that are in the last generation, and so when
Mhm.
they lose, it's kind of it makes me think about that, and I know what you mean too,
Yeah.
like that deeply feeling because it's hard to. I knew this would suck, I knew losing
Yeah.
a parent would suck, but you
Yeah.
can't. But I had no idea exactly what it would feel like, other than I just knew it would be absolutely horrible.
It
And
is.
so
Yeah.
now, like you said, like it's that whole I know exactly what you're going through type of thing,
Yeah.
and it's just awful.
Yeah. I think I feel so much deeper
Mm-hmm.
for other people's pain.
Yeah.
I internalize it, and it like it opens a wound again.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I'm losing mom again almost. Not that I'm not the full blown
Sure.
experience, but just, thinking I know how they feel,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I know how like those first few days you wake up and you're like, is this real?
Right.
Did this really happen? And you just feel so weird and you feel so lost. And yeah, just those emotions.
Yeah.
I really feel that for other people.
And like you said, I think it kind of transports you back there, even if it's just for a little bit. And so it's
Yeah,
like a big, bam in the face,
yeah,
even if it's just for a few moments.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I don't know. It's well, and you had mentioned dreams too, which have you been having some lately?
Um, I really haven't had many dreams about mom lately. No, I haven't.
I wasn't sure. Maybe those kind of.
I know, yeah, I know that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You've been having some
I do, and they're
where she was back.
yes, and it's
Yeah.
fortunately this last one like that wasn't. Well, I guess it kind of was. Um, I did wake up to it, but I didn't have to like go to work, so it was okay. Um, because the when I have to like get up and start functioning, it
Hmm.
and I have a dream, especially that mom's back with me, and I have a dream when I have to get up and like go to work or something. It's really hard for me then, but because I can't just sit in it, I
Hmm.
can't. I have to,
Yeah.
I have to shove it down or get over it
And
really
get
quick.
moving.
Yeah.
Right.
And so this last
Yeah.
one wasn't that way because I didn't have to like get up and do stuff. I could process it fortunately. So it
Hmm.
wasn't really upsetting like sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Luca is trying to
Okay.
escape right now. I don't know
Really?
if you can hear him clawing at the door.
I've got uh I've got little Oliver here.
Oh,
We were talking about our kitties and how
yes.
we've just been cuddling lately.
Now, he sleeps with you at night, right?
Sometimes he
Sometimes.
does. He likes to go in and out,
Yeah.
but he's a good boy. He's purring.
Oh, he
He's my little cuddle buddy.
he looks so
We were talking
irritated.
about how similar they look too,
Yes.
like they're cousins.
Luca, come here. Come here. Will you come here? Come here. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
Okay, here he is.
Uh, Hi, Luca. Hi, Luca.
Okay. Okay.
He likes to hug
Oh,
me. Okay.
he's being so good
Anyway,
puppies. They're so good.
hi,
They
Luca.
both look so irritated.
They're like, I tolerate
Yeah,
you.
that's so true. Yeah, so you're saying Oliver likes to hug?
He
Oh.
does. And we were talking about how we're on our phones and
Hmm.
like they'll paw, like, get
Yes.
off there.
Right?
Yeah, that's what he likes to
That's
do.
hilarious. Luca,
Like, get off there and pet me.
right? Luca will he lets me carry him around like a baby, like on my hip. After a while he
Mm-hmm.
gets irritated. Or he's just like, okay, I went down. Um but like Mike and my dad make fun because they're like, I can't believe he lets you do that. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like you guys don't carry him around like that? Like I thought
Yeah, why
everybody carried
not?
their cat around like
That's how I carry
that.
him.
Right?
And he'll let me.
Yeah. Like sometimes I'll hold him like that too. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah, he's hugging me.
he
Or he's
is.
holding on for dear life. I don't know,
Right.
one of the two.
He's happy though. He's like I can hang out in this position and be held. Hold on to you too. I know that. At night, Luca likes to like so he either sometimes he wants to be spooned or he'll like sleep
Mm-hmm.
up by my head and like he wants to kind of be in between the pillows. Um but also like cuz I sleep on my stomach a lot of times so like my arms around him and like I'm
Oh,
still kind
yeah.
of spooning him in a way.
Yeah.
Or he likes to sleep against my back.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How does Oliver sleep with you when he does?
Um, if I'm on my back, he just kind of gets right
Oh,
here in this little nook and then he just like hugs me.
that's so sweet. Love
Yeah.
it.
He doesn't stay there all
No,
night. He gets up and roams, but
done.
sometimes he comes in there with me.
We have the ritual like when it's bedtime, like one of us, somebody has to bring Luca into the bedroom, and that way he knows it's bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
And then he jumps down and he goes back into the living room, but then he'll come back and like sleep um
Mm-hmm.
with me. But then but then he'll get the zoomies or something, and so he doesn't necessarily always stay in the bed all night long, but he has to be
Mm-hmm.
brought into the bedroom at bedtime so he knows. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you're supposed to sleep in here with me.
Yeah. Sometimes he likes to stay outside all night. I don't
Oh
like for him to, but he
yeah,
does.
Luca was an indoor outdoor cat when mom had him,
Mm-hmm.
and so he really misses being outside. And I'm like, no, not without a
Yeah.
leash.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never tried a leash on him. I
um,
don't know how he would do.
he he like some cats you can walk them on a leash, but Luca walks you when he's on a leash. You don't walk him.
That's awesome.
So it's just like it's okay, you can roam. Okay, I'll follow you.
Yeah. Well, they own us. We don't own
Right.
them. So,
Yeah. They've been such a blessing though in grief. I know they have he has been
yeah,
for you.
he really has. He really, really has. Sometimes, and I'll tell the girls at work, I'm like, I'm just ready to go home and just cuddle with my cat.
Right.
Like, that's what I look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a crazy cat lady anyway, but yeah. If I could just take him to work and have him in my lap all day, that would be
It
great.
would be.
I think I would be much calmer.
Right. Oh, I know. I always tell Mike, I'm like, like when something happens to Luca, like I'm going to have a really hard time. And he's like, I
Mhm.
know. Yeah, I'm like, he's one of my connections to mom. Plus, he just gives me a lot of
Yeah.
comfort, like in general, because
Yes.
he's a fairly lovey-dovey cat. So
Hmm.
just in general, he's a good emotional support.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I think they know when we need that too. They know when we need that extra
I
cuddle.
think so too.
They're pretty in tune to
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's so funny, like, because Mike and my dad, they would be like, well, he's your cat. I'm like, no, no, he's mom's cat. I just have
Hmm.
him and take care of him. And I'll tell my dad, I'm like, you're
Yes.
still his daddy. And that, And I'm like, whenever my dad comes over here, like Luca immediately goes to him and like sits on him and crawls on him and everything. And I'm like, see, he remembers that you're his dad and he missed you.
Yes,
Like,
you're still his daddy.
that's right. Like, he's not my cat. He's my mom's cat.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I've gotten though to the point where I don't get upset when they tell me that he's my cat because I got really upset before. Like I would argue about
Really?
it and I'd be like, he's not my cat. And Mike would be like, you adopted him. I'm like, yes, I adopted him, but he's mom's cat. And quit saying he's my cat and not my mom's cat anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
So
he's still mom's
yeah.
cat.
So like they can say that now and it doesn't trigger me and but I just kind of like I'm like, yeah, but he's mom's cat. In my head.
Yeah, he'll always be her cat.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like I actually like so I call myself new mommy to him because
Mm-hmm.
like
Your mommy.
sister and adopted mom and all these different things like it just kind of like was too many. I don't know, it just was too many words or something and so I call Mike
Yeah.
his do daddy for new daddy. But then like when my dad's around I'm like or I talk about my mom like I'm like our mom like it's our dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If it
I used to do that with my mom's little dog. I
yeah
called her my little sister.
yeah like it's so
Yeah.
trying to find like the right
It's
term
funny.
like
Hmm.
can be like we're like that it feels like it fits and it's comfortable and it's not
Yeah.
like dishonoring or weird or I don't know I had to go through all these different labels
Yeah. Yeah.
and so I just but to anyone else I'm like oh my mom's cat I have my mom's cat.
Hmm. Hmm. He's a cute kitty.
He is I think he's like maybe part Siamese because what people always
Uh-huh.
ask they always ask that and I'm like I don't know what he
He
is.
looks he looks it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. It's so well, okay, so here's a funny story. Speaking of our cats, right? So mom
Hmm.
adopted Luca against dad's wishes, and he was very mad about it. But so she on the paperwork they told mom that Luca was a girl.
Hmm.
And so when she brought him home after he had been fixed, she was like, I don't think that he looks right or she looks right because he's still like and evidently like when males get fixed like they can get swollen and so they look like they haven't been fixed and that's what happened to him and I was like
Oh, yeah.
mom this has to be a boy this has to be a boy. I was like I don't this can't be a girl.
Uh-huh.
And then we were all like, well, was he actually fixed? And I was like, after a few days, I was like, yeah, he was. It's the swelling has gone down. Like he now looks like he's fixed. But it was like so confusing for a while. We're like, what is happening?
Funny. Yeah. What's going on down there?
Yeah. And like my dad, because he thinks all females are better than men, like of any species. So
Oh, okay.
so he
Smart man.
right. And so he refers to everything as a she. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
all the dogs, all the cats are she's, and I'm just like, yeah.
That's funny.
So it was kind of like part of it, right? Is like, well, he got used to calling Luca a she at first because that's what they were told that he was until
Hmm.
they got him, and then he's just out of habit. He still often calls Luca a she.
That's funny.
But yeah, so random side quest.
Oh, well.
Well, what do you think? Well, I know so like the last couple days, especially, have been a lot harder. How are you feeling like looking into the upcoming week or so?
Um, I think I'm okay. I think I just kind of needed a few days to just have my thoughts,
Yeah.
just to, being stuck in the house, you kind of have to deal with your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So, haven't had much distraction, but I mean, I've been pretty irritable lately too, and I know that a lot of that is grief.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'll be okay in the coming week. It's waves,
Yeah.
just riding the waves.
Absolutely. And it does. And it's,
Yeah.
because like they always say like there's like five stages of grief, but they don't go in order and they can come and go. And so anger is
Right.
absolutely one of those. Um,
Yeah.
and I think it's a normal response too. Like
Mhm.
it's understandable to be angry when we lose someone, especially so
Mhm.
dear to us, and that they're not here and they're not,
Right.
you know, not only like being able to see certain milestones or whatever in our lives, but also helping us
Right.
through certain situations in our lives.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
it does. I've been feeling that way too, just as far as because I sprained my ankle, and so not that mom would have been able to help me in the condition that she had been
Right.
in leading up
Right.
to.
But still.
Um, but I always kind of like when I think of my mom, it's not the last, it's more the better times in her health,
Mhm.
which hers, like, it went up and down so much. And so, like, the last, at least, especially the last 6 months of her life, it was
Right.
declining. But there were times that she
Yes.
had good days or good weeks. And so I think back on those times and I'm like, oh, well, in her good or better health, I shouldn't say good, good
Mhm.
health.
Yeah.
She would have felt up to talking to me or driving me somewhere or whatever. Um,
Mhm.
and so it's just kind of like I I had like this episode in the summer where I got really upset and it was literally just about because I didn't have mom as like another person to be there for me or help me through things
Mhm.
or be able to help
Mhm.
me. And I think some of that
Yeah.
was recently triggered, which also led or fed into my anger
Mhm.
when I think back about
I
it
was
now.
talking to my best friend who just lost her dad,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just talking about how weird it is to not be able to just call them,
Mm-hmm.
or like how you forget for a second, and
Yes.
she was saying that she had like a decision to make about something, and she said, first person that she wanted to talk to was her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird that he's not there. Like, he was her everything. I mean, he was number one, and he was the first person that she would go to about anything. And for him not to be there, just how strange it feels. And I'm
Absolutely.
like, I know. I mean, right after my mom passed away, I could be in the store and I would see something like a pair of pajamas. And
Mm-hmm.
I actually put a pair of pajamas in the cart, thinking, because I was always thinking, she was always in pajamas or sweats, just
Mm-hmm.
cozy around the house. And I forgot one day. I just forgot. And I picked out some pajamas and I put them in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what am I doing? And then it just hit. It
Yeah.
just hit. And had to get out of that store quick.
Right. That would.
Had to go. I was like, time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go. And then went to the car and started crying. And it's just, I keep reiterating just how strange it is, but it
It
is.
is.
It's weird. It's weird them not being here. And I
Mm-hmm.
know it's been a year and a half. It's coming up on 2 years. But still, I'm like, is it always going to feel this way?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I know, based on other losses that I've had, that it doesn't feel that way anymore. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I, but I don't know because I haven't lost a parent before mom.
Yeah.
I just know, like I've lost people that I was really close to, um,
Hmm.
and I remember feeling like the surrealness for a long time. Um,
Yeah.
but now, like it's been, well, with my grandpa, it's been over 2 decades now, and
Yeah.
it's it's so far removed in a way, like not that I don't miss him,
Of course.
but it doesn't feel surreal. Like the thought of it's almost like the opposite for me. So okay, so like it's surreal that our parents are gone, that our moms are gone. And it's like
Hmm.
that, I think, anytime within anytime we lose somebody, at least for a while. But with my grandpa, for me, it's been so long that now it's like the thought of him being here would be surreal to me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
but I'm like you, like I kind of I'll sit there and like because that's all I can compare losing my mom to really is losing my grandpa or my aunts or my
Hmm.
uncle-in-law, the people that helped raise me. And I'm just kind of
Hmm.
like, I wonder if it'll be the same. I wonder if it won't be. I wonder all these different things because it is a
Hmm.
different loss.
It is. Yeah. It's a different loss. It's, I think it's always going to be just this, like you say, like the different stages of grief and how they don't always come in order. And
Mm-mm.
I think it's probably always going to be that way. Maybe not as severe.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll fade a little more,
Mm-hmm.
with time. But I read things about other people going through grief and
Mm-hmm.
how they say, even after so many years, something can still trigger them.
Oh yeah.
So I think we kind of learn to deal with it maybe a little bit better, but
I think
I
so
think it's
too.
always going to be there.
Yeah.
And I really love the video that you sent me of our
Yay! You
grandpas.
got to watch it.
Oh, that was just so
Oh, I'm
precious. I
so
mean,
glad.
to get to see all of them together and they
Mm-hmm.
just looked so young, and they were playing cards, and I got to see my granny and gramps,
Oh wow.
smiling and healthy and well and
Um,
younger, and it brought tears to my eyes. It was great.
I'm so
I really
glad.
appreciate
You
that video. Yeah.
like I don't know, I'm gonna tell Dad because he will be thrilled because
Yes.
like because he made a point to tell me that so like act like literally like he brought me this was my Christmas gift, is that he transferred some photos and all the VHS tapes that he has onto these
Hmm.
USB drives, and he
Awesome.
told me this USB has a video of your grandpa and his brothers. Um, and he
Uh-huh.
was like, and I know you can edit these so that you could you might want to send one, like edit it and send it out to Amy. And I was like, that's a great idea,
Mhm.
Daddy. So
Yes, I loved it. Loved it.
oh, I'm so glad. I'm so
Um,
glad.
yeah, I really hope to get all of my home movies out and do that. That's
Hmm.
that's a goal of mine, is to get everything transferred over digitally
Yeah.
until before everything, deteriorates. I
Right.
hope some of those tapes haven't deteriorated being in tubs.
I
But
I bet
yeah,
they've probably held up better than because I mean,
I hope
as
so.
you can tell, like the quality wasn't that great, but it was
Well, it
like,
was still good.
yeah, like it was good enough. Like you could tell,
Yeah.
like, oh, that looks like so and whatever. And so,
And just to hear their voices, to hear their
yes,
voices again was just awesome.
it was like I had
Yeah.
so kind of like leading up to that video because like each video is like an hour long, and so that was just a segment of the file.
Hmm.
And so I was watching a bit of one of the videos, and uh, it was mainly my dad's family, but my mom was there and everything. And one of my aunts, she died. Well, I guess 30 years now. It's been 30 years this year. Um, and I was telling my dad, I was like, I didn't recognize her voice, and like that really bothers me. Like it really bothers me.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that was her voice, just because of like I couldn't see her mouth moving. Part of it was because of the angles, and part
Mm-hmm.
of it was because of the quality. But I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
that would make most sense if that was her talking. But I was like, and I never could. I mean, I need to go back and like watch more because I didn't finish the video. But it
Mm-hmm.
never, because I figure what will happen is at some point it'll click in my brain and it'll be like, yeah, that's her voice. Like it just took you a while to remember that
Mm-hmm.
that was her voice. Um,
Yeah.
but like it really bothered me like that I didn't recognize her voice. I recognized everybody else's voices, uh, except for hers, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my, how can I do that? Like how can I like let myself? And so of course then that triggers the fear of I'm gonna forget mom's voice.
I know. I have that fear
Mm-hmm.
too. Yeah.
Like it's just,
Another reason to preserve all those old
yes,
VHS tapes.
yes,
Yeah.
because it is like it's, and it's, when you don't hear a voice for 30 years, like I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's abnormal that you would forget what the voice sounds like. But
Yeah.
at the same time, though, it's such a guilt ridden experience. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then, of course, the fear of doing that with someone else. Like, not just mom, what about dad? Or, like, or am I going to
Yeah.
forget? I'm going to forget grandpa's voice. Like, he was, um, wow, he's coming. Okay, I can't do math anymore, but
Me neither.
like it's just um that fear, like that whole like I can't let myself do that. So like I definitely have to go back
Mm-hmm.
and listen to or and watch more of these videos so my brain will be like, Dad, that was her voice. Like you just forgot for a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. You just didn't recognize it. It's okay. Because I'm like, no, I can't forget people's
Yeah.
voices. Um,
Yeah. Well, hopefully that'll trigger a memory and you'll remember it.
yeah. I think it will after some time like watching it more.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Right.
and part of me too is like, but when maybe because like part of me is like, well, maybe that's someone else's voice, which would make sense to me as to why I don't recognize that being her voice.
Yeah.
but then
Could be.
but then like
Yeah.
my rational part is like, but it would make the most sense if that's who's talking based on this video.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
but maybe it's not. I don't really know. I mean, I can't see her
Mm-hmm.
mouth moving.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to do more research. I need to do more research.
Maybe you'll find more videos.
Yeah, I'm sure. I
Yeah.
just need to sit down and do that. It's just kind of all, it's one of those, it's like, okay, I got to prepare for this also because,
Yeah. I know what you
yeah,
mean.
like it's good, but it's hard sometimes.
It is hard. It is hard, but it's something that we want to do. It's
It
just,
is.
it's hard.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
sometimes we're more up for that hard than other days.
Yeah. I mean, there's days I just have to get myself in the right headspace to be able to do certain things.
Yeah.
And then there's days that I'm like, can't do it today.
Right. Like, no, we'll do that
Yeah.
another day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's okay too.
Hmm. Just all part of it, I guess.
I think so. And part of that, it goes back to that allowing, right? Like allowing ourselves that grace also, that it's okay
Hmm.
that I'm not up for this level of hard today, but I could do this level of hard
Right.
instead.
Right. I
And
think that's well said.
and those levels of hard are going to vary day to day and what they look like, and sometimes our level of hard that we can manage that day is very little.
Right.
That might be
Right.
the day in bed.
I know. And, I've done a lot of bed rotting the last couple of days. I really have. I've binged on a lot of shows.
Hmm.
But hey, they've been snow days.
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes we just need that, like, even without dealing with grief, like, our body and our mind just needs a reset. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we can't constantly push either one of them all the time and not give them some
Yeah.
recovery time or some space to just breathe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that. I'm glad I
Yeah.
did that.
I'm glad we got some rest and kind of reset for the week.
Yeah.
So,
And I think
yeah.
so part of what I think for me that's kind of been leading around these things too is my mom's birthday is in a couple weeks,
Oh.
um and I haven't gone to go see her since November, I think it was. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was mid-November because we were like, "Oh, we have to plant bulbs." And our
That's the
moms,
last time I went.
yeah, so like, you know, and we're both
Yeah.
like our moms aren't here to tell us when to plant bulbs, and so we're like, "Oh, we have to do it this weekend."
Yeah. We better do it.
Yeah. So that was it. And like we had planned, my dad and I had planned to go in December and to go in January. Um and like things just got really busy and hectic, and I was just like, you know, I feel like I can do it, like to take the day off and not go see mom and instead focus on some other things that I really am needing to focus on. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
regret those decisions, but I think too, like that. I'm glad her birthday's coming up because I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see mom, and even if we don't get to go see mom because of weather or something, like we're gonna dedicate the day to
Yeah.
mom. And I think I was
Right.
needing that too. Like I was needing, um, in addition to all these other things that were contributing to
Yeah.
my emotional state and my grief and my anger. I
Mm-hmm.
think not getting to go see mom, and it's been that alone has been an interesting journey for me because I went from like I have to go see mom every month, like that's what I needed,
Mm-hmm.
to I don't need to see her every month. Um
Mm-hmm.
but then after a certain point it's kind of like why it's been a while, like it's been 3 months, 4 months, you know, that we haven't gone to go see mom, 5 months maybe even at one point. Like
Mm-hmm.
um that's a weird feeling. Uh
Yeah.
and it's not so much that it's like an urgency to go, like an urge that I feel like I have to go see her like it was before. um
Yeah.
and so I don't always make myself go see her, and but I think by not doing that, I unwittingly, unknowingly, like kind of add to my grief because when I go and see her, like I get another way of reconnection, another level of it that I
Yeah.
can't get. Like I get other connections with her and things, but that one's a different one. Um,
Yeah, it is.
and so because I don't feel like pushed to go do that anymore, I don't
Mm-hmm.
always, and I think it's kind of I need to schedule that in just because I'm not feeling that urge. It's a good reset for me to still
Mm-hmm.
go do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm learning that the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think it's real, it's up to the individual, like
Mm-hmm.
how I've said in the past that I haven't I don't go to the cemetery a whole lot because I just
Yeah.
don't feel her there
Mm-hmm.
as much. Um, but when I did go and plant the bulbs, I felt pretty close to her then,
Yeah.
because that's
I'm
something
glad.
that we would do together is go
Yes.
outside and look at flowers and she always had a bunch of flowers outside and we'd walk around the yard
Mm-hmm.
and she'd tell me what was what and so I do have that connection with her when it comes to like the plants and the flowers
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. But to just go and visit, I still just don't do that
Yeah. And like,
like I probably should, but I don't feel her there.
yeah. Well, like you said, it's
I
individual.
do, but not as much as just randomly.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, like you said, it's individual. It's completely
Yeah.
And it's always
Yeah.
interesting, I think, too, like how things are different for different people.
Mhm.
But I don't think
Mhm.
any of that's bad, though.
No.
You know,
No.
it's individual, like you said, and
Yeah.
you know, and I think maybe, you know, too, some of that might be kind of different for both of us because of distance. Like you're closer to where she is, and I'm further away
Mhm.
from where my mom
Yeah.
is. Um, and so I think that kind of sometimes I think that can add to how those feelings are different too, or you know, contribute to
Yeah.
some of
I
that.
think so.
Um, because I think if I was closer physically, distance wise to
Mhm.
my mom, I think it would probably be different for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't wait though, to see what the flowers are doing at your mom's.
I know. I hope they come up, and I hope the squirrels didn't get them, and so
Yeah,
I really hope they all come up.
I hope so too. You'll have to send me a picture.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely will.
Good.
Yeah.
We're gonna do so. My dad has the day planned out for my mom's birthday, so we're planning to go see her, and then we're gonna go have lunch. And he wants to get frozen yogurt, and then
Oh.
he wants to buy some lottery tickets. So, which is kind
Oh.
that, and it's kind of like he has never done this before. So he voted against the lottery, and so out of principle, he never bought a lottery ticket. But mom did.
Okay.
I think mom voted for it
Uh-huh.
even. But she would get lottery tickets every now and then. And so, in honor of her, he was like, "We're gonna get a lottery ticket." I'm like, "Okay." And so
Oh, I love that.
it's his first ever. I don't. Well, no, and I don't think I've ever even bought a lottery ticket because I just don't care. Um,
Yeah.
uh, I've scratched other
I
people's.
never win.
Yeah, like I've scratched other people's
Mhm.
lottery tickets, but I don't think I've ever bought one. So when we go to gas stations together, like he'll stop and he'd be like, "Okay, let's study the lottery machine," and I'm like, "Okay," because again, neither one of us have ever bought lottery tickets,
Yeah.
so like we don't know what we're doing.
Mhm.
And so,
Yeah.
so we've been studying it, and I asked him, I was like, well, what do you know, like, so he's, and I think he thought like, he's gonna go for the big one. He's like, I'm gonna, you know, like, not that he says go big or go home, but like that type of sentiment. He's like, if I'm gonna do this for mom, then I'm gonna buy the big one. And I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I don't know what to
Oh.
do. I'm like, how much are those things? And I'm like, aren't they like $20, $30? Like, I don't know that I want to spend that money. Stupid lottery. So I'll probably get some of the cheaper ones.
Hey, you might get lucky.
You never
You never
know.
know.
Yeah. And so, oh, and then what I did too is so we got bubbles because we're gonna blow bubbles for mom, because she loved things like
Mhm.
that. Like
That's
she
cool.
loved like pinwheels, and she loved kid things.
Mhm.
Really, she was a child at heart. Um,
Yeah.
like she loved flying kites, and so I got bubbles. Because I forgot to take the bubbles with us when we went and planted the bulbs. So I've got
Uh-huh.
them, and then one of my friends, her kid had a birthday party, and they had like those glow stick bracelets and things, you know.
Yeah.
And so I took one, and so we're gonna uh, pop it for mom. And I don't think I'll leave it there because, I mean, the cemetery is littered so much as it is with fake flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'll light it for you, mom, and then I'll take it with us and throw it away.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
I like
that's
that.
our plans. Um, yeah, and I told my dad and I told Mike, I was like, I'm going to always take off work for mom's birthday and her death date, and y'all don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to spend it with me, but
Mhm.
because I'm like, I want to respect dad because like maybe he needs that day to be by himself, and that's okay,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm going to take those days off and I'm going to dedicate those days to mom. And so I have no idea what we're
I like
doing.
that.
I have no idea what we're going to do for
Mhm.
her second anniversary. Um,
Mhm.
but we got our birthday planned.
That's cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
So I think,
Yeah.
like, I'm feeling better now, but I think I'll be even better in a couple weeks after getting to
Good.
do that. So
Good. That'll be good for you, I
I
think.
think so too. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's funny like her first birthday and the first anniversary. Like I was looking so forward to those, which is a weird thing to
Hmm.
say. Um,
Yeah.
but they were like we had special things planned for them, and I was just excited to get to celebrate mom. Like and
Hmm.
celebrate her in a bigger way than, you know, little things here and there, like doing a big celebration for her. And so um
Hmm.
so I really looked forward to and I enjoyed those days um last year. And so I'm looking forward to her second birthday. And that's so funny, like
Yeah.
I don't know if other people do that, but I'm over here like literally like, okay, we're restarting birthdays now. Like you're
Hey,
two.
I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, I think everybody deals with things
Hmm.
differently, and I don't think there's anything wrong with any of it.
No, I agree with you. But I am curious if
Hmm.
anybody else like restarts their loved ones' birthdays and they start calling them first their second birthday and whatnot as if they had been a child.
Yeah.
If anyone's
Yeah.
listening and they you do that, let me know.
Yeah. I know that we just kind of refer to it as, like happy heavenly birthday.
Yeah, and that's a good way
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with any of them as long as we're not hurting people or ourselves.
Exactly.
Whatever
Yeah.
whatever we need to do, whatever feels right.
Whatever brings us comfort. Right.
Yes.
Whatever feels right and whatever brings us comfort, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Another thing
Mm-hmm.
that I think I'm getting closer to being ready to do,
Huh?
the funeral home has saved me a little bit of her ashes,
Oh.
because I wanted to get some jewelry made,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm about ready to do that.
Oh, that's
I
exciting.
think I saw something on the internet, and it was a close up of human ashes
Mm-hmm.
under a microscope,
Oh, I think I've
and
seen
it looks like the
that.
galaxy.
That's so cool.
It's like, and it was like, how energy just goes on and on, like
Yes.
it's never destroyed. And it just talked about, how we're all connected to the earth and to each other. And I thought, okay, I think I'm about ready to have something made out of her ashes.
I think that's
So
perfect.
I'm getting closer to that.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what you decided to do
Yeah.
when the
Yeah, I don't
time
know
is
what
right.
I want to do yet, but yeah, I'm getting closer to wanting to do that.
That's so cool.
So,
I think that's a big milestone.
mhm.
I mean, I know you're not like, but the fact
Yeah.
that you're like getting closer and like you're thinking about it now, like
Yeah.
that's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do it for her, 2-year death date, or if I'll do it for her birthday, but I'm getting closer.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think about it anyway. So,
that's exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to
yeah.
see what it is when you pick out what you
Yeah.
decide to do
I'm excited
um
about it. Yeah.
and I know like you'll know when it's the right time and she'll help you know.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad that you're like in that space, like where you're at now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
That's,
it's getting better. Yeah, because at first I was like, I can't even look at them.
yeah.
I don't think I could bear to see her ashes. I don't, but,
Hmm.
when the funeral home director told me, he's like, I've saved you a little bit, and I thought, oh, that was really
That
sweet. He knows I
was
want some jewelry, but he knows I'm not ready.
yeah.
So then he's
Oh,
just storing it for me.
I love that.
He's like, whenever you're ready, Amy, just let me know.
Well, I
So
love him.
yeah, yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
glad. Wait, so
He's a good guy.
he sounds like it. Well,
Yeah,
so my mom didn't want to be cremated because she was afraid of being cremated alive. And which
yeah.
I didn't know that until after. She had died,
Yeah.
but she
Uh-huh.
never told me that, and I was, I mean, I knew she wanted to be
Really?
buried, but I didn't like. She never told me I don't want to be cremated, and this is why. But
Uh-huh.
so my pets, though, what I've been doing, so I've lost two dogs, like two,
Mm-hmm.
like in my adulthood that were solely my dogs, right? So they both have
Yeah.
been cremated, and uh, like cremains don't bother me, but I have this like anxiety. So because
Mm-hmm.
I had um so my first dog, I had this art piece made with some of his ashes, and so I had to like, you know, put some in a container and send it off. And then I also had like
Uh-huh.
bought like a special container, and so I had to transfer some from the bag into this pretty little container. And I'm just like, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this they're dust, so some
Mm-hmm.
of it's gonna go in the air, and I'm like, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, some of you escaped. And
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like have the least amount escaped, and like, you know, and then like I
Uh-huh.
accidentally like touched, and so they're on my hands, and I'm just like, okay, let me wipe you into the container, like, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
Let
know.
me save every little bit of
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm always like so anxious about it, like trying to like do things in the least amount of loss.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a,
Yeah.
and I think I would be like that with a loved one too, like a loved human. But and in a way, like, right, I can see how silly that is, because like my dogs,
No, I don't. I don't think it is.
I have like this much, so
Uh-huh.
a little bit gone's not, you know, logically that big of a deal, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm just like, no, get back in
Yeah.
there.
You want to keep it all
Yes.
together. Mhm.
So
I can understand that.
yeah, like I think it's an understandable thing, but it makes me laugh too. But at the same time, I'm like, still, but no, but literally, like seriously, like no, get back in there.
Yeah.
As I
Yeah.
acknowledge my neuroses.
Yeah.
um.
Oh well.
So, but they do have like, I don't know how much he saved you, but there's so many cool things that can be done with ashes.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I saw it, and I think we had talked about this a while back ago, about like how you can make have someone made into pebbles now, and which
Hmm.
that was a new thing I hadn't seen before, and just like some, you know, pretty artwork and stuff. And I
Yeah.
think that's an awesome service that people are able to do for others. So
Yeah. Just to have a little part of them with you.
yeah, yeah, and in a
Hmm.
pretty way, or a, you know, whatever way too, that also like feels personable for him.
Hmm.
You know, I'm sure there are
Yeah.
some people that just carry some ashes in a little bottle around their neck, and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that there's so many
Hmm.
options now to what we can
Hmm.
do with cremains, and
Right.
for helping preserve that. So I think that's
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, dear, anything else you want to share today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's about it
Yeah.
for today.
Okay. Feeling complete.
Yes, I'm glad we finally got together.
Me too. I know we
Yeah.
it's not for lack of trying on either one of our parts.
Oh,
Like we
oh
are
no.
and we're both so, oh my gosh, we're both kind of so stubborn, and I think we both uh and this might kind of go into people pleasing, but we're
Yeah.
both like, sometimes like one of us is like, I can do it if you want to do it. And it's like, I don't think you feel up to it today. And the other one of us is
Yeah.
like, no, I don't really feel up to it.
I know. I know. It goes back to that.
Hmm.
You got to be in the right headspace
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
So when we can line up
Mm-hmm.
things, we will line up things, and that's just the way it
Right.
is. So, uh,
Right.
just keep checking back with us because we're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes we uh, may struggle a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah. That's okay. That's part of it.
That's right. That's right. So give yourself grace, give myself
Yeah.
grace, and y'all out there, give
Absolutely.
us and yourselves grace.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
so, all right. Well, until next time, thanks for joining us.